Alrighty, today we have a very, very fun funnel for you from someone that I think a lot of, and this is one's genius. I love this. This is for a membership site that maybe you've heard of, and it is all about how to grow your online business, and it's billed as the Netflix of online marketing. And this one's really cool. So today we're going to be deconstructing a funnel that starts at Facebook for Freedym. And like I said, with Freedym, that's Freedym, we have a very interesting ad that we're going to be showing you. And what a lot of people that have been doing membership sites out there are starting to figure out is it's really hard to sell a membership site. Just people getting into this mix of, oh my gosh, there's all this cool stuff that I get inside of this membership site. And it's just a ton of stuff. And with this, with something like Netflix, and Netflix is running into this too, I promise you, with something like Netflix or the Netflix of online marketing training, there's just a ton. It's overwhelming. And we all know that do this for a living, that when you're trying to sell a ton of things at once, you can't focus on anything. You can't focus on the benefits of one thing. So it's always key to sell the benefits of one thing, especially if you're selling a membership site that has a lot of things. So this is what we're focused on with this one. And with this particular ad, we start really getting in depth with this. And so with this particular ad, we are seeing a membership site really come into its own with focusing on the individual pieces. So the cool part about this membership site is most people would sign up for this membership site just to get access to one piece of content. Once they get that one piece of content, once they go through it, then they get excited about all the other cool stuff that they happen to get, and that's what actually keeps them. And that's sort of the model that we're following here. So this one popped up on my news feed because I have interest in online marketing, and I'll show you the exact interest here in just a second. But this is the one that actually popped up on my news feed. Generate 1,000 leads for your business within 48 hours. That's a pretty bold statement. And yeah, full article and video below. And then we've got this great picture of a real human being, and there's a real name. This doesn't look like, it was pulled up on a stock photo site. And learn from one of the world's top social media experts. So what we start getting in our head is we're going to learn how to get thousands of leads within 48 hours from a social media expert. So we start telling ourselves the story in our minds. So Joe Soto learned from one of the world's top social media experts, Freedym, how to generate 1,000 email opt-ins within 48 hours. And then it starts to give you a little bit of this. It also mentions that he's got $1 million agency, just adding credibility. So we click on this, and I'll go to that in just a second, but I should probably show you why I'm being targeted in the first place. So this is what we've got. One of the reasons you're seeing this ad is that Freedym wants to reach people who may be similar to their customers. So how this actually comes about is there is a list, an email list that has been uploaded. So people that have bought into this, there's an email list. It's been put into Facebook's custom audiences, and then they are using that particular set of audiences to build a lookalike audience. And the lookalike audience includes me. And so I am seeing this. Also, ages 18 or older who live or were recently in the United States. That's sort of some of the things that we've got here. But the real key here is the lookalike audience. That's where the magic happens. And Facebook, every single month, is getting better and better at building these lookalike audiences. So that's something that is, just strategy right there. Take the email list of your customers that you've already got, put it into Facebook. Of course, target them with new offers, but also build a lookalike audience and target people that are similar to your group of people. So that's why I'm seeing this. And
so have you ever been to Freedym before?
Yeah, I have been to Freedym before.
Okay, so you were familiar with them and the things that they have and things like that.
Yeah, I think the thing is I'd been to Freedym before. I had an idea of what they did, and I liked the concept, but I hadn't really been exposed to what they've been doing lately. And it's not like they're retargeting me because I've been there necessarily, but what's so interesting is, am I going to buy this the first time? Probably not. But what I think their overall strategy is they start exposing me to one or two pieces of content, and I'll tell this story in a minute about what they've done to me since.
Oh, okay. Since you've clicked on this.
Yeah, so I go to this and I read this, and let's just go to the funnel. You click on this particular ad and you come to this really nice looking blog type setup. I mean, it's very much mimics a blog, and I mean, it is basically a blog. So we go in and we've got this cool setup. We've got some social proof on the side because it's been shared, and yeah, we've got what we want. So we've got some breakdown text wise, but I think probably the most effective tool here is this video. Very inviting video. We click play. And this is what's so great. This is about a 2-minute long video, and I'm not going to make you watch this video. You should go watch. This is a really cool setup. But we get to about the 150 mark, and it cuts the video. So what they have done is they've taken their membership content, and they have cut it down at a very strategic point, I'm sure. And to watch the full training for free, you have to actually go down here and opt in. So we can actually opt in here. We can do this. Let's just go ahead and see what happens when we do this. So watch now. Okay. So we go in. There's a free training. Okay, so cool. Like this thing that I wanted is a free training. Now they've got my email address, which is, yeah.
Ingenious.
Yeah, it's great. And so I get to watch this thing that I clicked over and wanted. Now they can email me, to get me in here. And did you know that Freedym has over 1,000 hours of training case studies and tutorials? So there's all this other cool stuff that's in here, and they're giving me a way to get in. And let's go ahead and click this and see what this actually looks like.
So this video here was the full video that you started a while ago.
Yeah, it's the full video. Now here's.
So I'm curious, did it start from the beginning, or did it start where you left off?
I don't know.
Okay.
We can go back and look, because I really don't know. What's so cool about this is they give you a trial for 7 days. It's $1. If you're interested in this all, it's $1. But I doubt that that's the first time path for most people, especially if they have no clue who this company is. The first time path is, okay, yeah, I really wanted to see the end of that damn video. It's like an hour, actually. So this was an hour-long training, which actually translates into there's probably some really good stuff in here. These are probably strategically picked because they're great. And yeah, so I go in and watch this, and I have a good experience. Like they teased me a little bit, but I signed up, and there was no just, you have to pay to get in here right away. I actually get to watch this.
It's ingenious.
Yeah, it's great. So, and now they have my email address so they can follow up with me. Now, so this is my first exposure to Freedym, let's say, and it's a pretty good experience because I got what I actually clicked for. Okay, and that's the key. I got what I actually clicked for. Now, what's actually happened in the last few days with me since I first did this, because we didn't shoot this right away, and thank goodness, because I got some more data, is I started seeing ads that were extremely similar to this one, the one that I originally saw, but they're for different trainings. And so I start kind of catching these things, and what happens is slowly over time, I'm being hyper exposed to Freedym. Now they may be retargeting me on some of these the next time around. But either way, whatever is happening is I'm seeing this brand a lot. I doubt that they're spending a ton of money to put this in front of me. So I'm coming back, I'm seeing it, I'm exposed to it, and every time I'm into that. So every time I get a click over there and I'm seeing something that I want to go through, that's a big win for them because their model ends up being something that's pretty easy. Like I said, we go into here, it is, it's a 7-day trial for $1, and then it's $30 a month. So overall, if this is stuff that is like my hobby, you got to think going to the movies. What does that cost you? Going out for a fun night out, what does that cost you? And for $30 a month, $100 a month, $200 a month, whatever it is. If this is my hobby, and this is especially if it's something that I can relate to how I bring income in with me, it is. This is something that is an easy one because if I can get even one little bit of value out of that video that they just showed me or any of the videos that I get when I come there, what's $30 a month to be a part of this community and to get all these things? And like I said, the big bill here is if you go to freedym.com, it is the Netflix of online marketing or pretty close to that. And like I said, I know the guy that runs the site actually, and he's been doing memberships for a long time. Knows how to get people through the door, knows how to really deliver value on the other end, and this is a classic example of what I would consider to be doing it right. So, any questions on that?
I'm curious about this little timer over here that's expired.
So what happened is they've got me cookied in here, and I remember this when I first came the first time. It was actually a countdown on this. Now, what's interesting is I've come back and it's still expired, but the offer's still there.
Still there, yeah.
So that hits me as a little funny, and a lot of people get really upset about this.
I saw a post this morning from a friend of mine that's like, "Don't do that."
Right. A lot of people get really upset about this, and I don't. I get if you do, but I don't take this as somebody's lying to me. I put blinders on it, and this is different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
But I put blinders on it because I want the offer. And what I am kind of I'm glad that the trial's still there. I'm glad that it didn't expire. I know now that I've got plenty of time to decide, But at the same time, I would bet that they are trading the conversions that it does get for the other. Because like I said, for us, if a timer expiring and it not going away is something that ticks you off, and like I said, we try to expire it when it expires, but sometimes the damn thing breaks. If that's something that upsets you enough that you don't want to do business with us, then that's okay with me. I'm okay with that. This is something to me that I'm like, I'm glad the trial's still there. I'm glad I can take it. And, like I said, this is something that is perfect.
It was just interesting because I didn't think about the fact that you had been there before. And I'm like, you just got here. Why is it expired?
Right. But this is good. Like I said, I like that. I like this funnel because, number one, we have one piece of content. They're not trying to sell a membership. They're not trying to sell me on this big idea of all this cool stuff that I can have. It's one piece of content. One piece of content, one product is easy to sell. A lot of products is very hard to sell. But they get me in with one piece of content. They actually let me watch that content. They give me a breakdown of it. I'm like, this is a good piece of content. I'll put in an email address. So they've weighed this. Is it worth an email address? Yeah, it was. So I go watch the content. Once I get that, they gave me the full thing. Now, you know what? You're allowed to pitch me. You're allowed to pitch me on sort of that next step and how I can get more. And now, like I said, for $1 to try this out and see if it's something that's for me, I would venture to say this one's doing pretty good. So, anything else?
I like
feel
it.
good about it? I like it too.
I'm kind of curious if we're going to try it.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I love this person that's doing this, and somehow, I am not a member of this anymore. Yeah, I should absolutely sign up. So we'll probably be signing up for this one. But there you go. Like I said, what I will be doing for you, if you are an AdLab member, and you can sign up to become an AdLab member below. If you're an AdLab member, not only are you going to be getting what we just gave you, but we're going to be giving you links to all the pages that we have found. So showing you all the different ways that this is working. We're going to have multiple ad images, because I actually do have multiple ad images that I've taken for this particular campaign. And we're going to show you all of those things so that you can go mimic this in your business. All of that because you are an AdLab member. So all you have to do, click the button below, get started. We'll see you on the insides. Hope you had fun.
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
I had fun.
Yeah, cool. So
learn something.
Yeah, exactly. So we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.